Welcome everybody to the final episode of Monday Night Raw. It's the end of an era as we are about to begin a new one. My name is Chris Madigan and I'm joined by RASH.
Hello everybody and welcome to this very last episode of Monday Night Raw. This era will end tonight, but a new era is upon us at some point.
And tonight we have a stacked card, of course. Toni Storm against Sasha Banks for a spot in the Women's Championship match at Backlash. reDRagon face the Usos. Plus in the main event we find out who will fight for the WWE Championship at Backlash when Seth Rollins goes one-on-one with Finn Bálor. But more on that later tonight here on the final episode of Raw. And of course we cannot do a Raw episode without our sheriff, the general manager Stone Cold. And he did some investigation on who attacked Jeff Hardy a couple of weeks ago. Of course he was laid out backstage. And okay, we will find out at Backlash who was the attacker, I suppose. So that is something we should set our reminder for at the Backlash pay-per-view.
Oh, thank God! Thank God he steps back.
Oh, and Owens doesn't step back. He steps right in front of Austin and he wants to be in that match for the IC title at Backlash. Of course, both RAW and SmackDown have a place in that match that they can fulfill. And we all know Owens is a prize fighter. He wants that title belt. Oh, so Owens will compete in a qualifying match tonight. That's interesting. So we have one more match added to the show. Yeah, who is his opponent? That's a very good question.
No. Oh my God.
Wow. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn here tonight.
The two men who are destined to fight forever, it seems. Also going to have a match here tonight to determine our future Intercontinental Champion. That's a huge announcement.
So a stacked card for this final Raw show as we are about to kick things off with some women's action. But in case you have missed the announcement by Mr. McMahon, Raw and SmackDown will have one final show this week. This is the final episode of Raw. We will have the final episode of SmackDown, and then at Backlash we will crown our champions and start a new era after that with our new weekly show WWE RUSH. But tonight it's all about Raw, and the first participant in this match is Sasha Banks, and right by her side we see in the back it's Bayley, and those two have a very interesting connection right here.
They are friends,
in WWE.
Chris. They are best friends for life.
Yeah, for Bayley, Sasha is her best friend, but Sasha uses her a lot to get to the top herself. Bayley had to lay down for Sasha last week. This is not anything but good for Bayley.
No, I don't see it that way. I see Bayley being a good friend to Sasha Banks and granting her the chance to becoming a women's champion. I call this great friendship. I don't know what friends do you have, but this is what friends do. They help each other.
But her opponent won't help her tonight because Toni Storm, of course, wants to compete for the title too. The winner of this match faces the winner of Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler, which is going to happen on SmackDown. The winners will compete against each other for the women's title at Backlash. So we have some huge stakes here. And I don't know about you, Matt. I don't have a good feeling with Bayley being here outside. We all know that Sasha Banks' plans are anything but fair, and Bayley does everything Sasha wants her to do, and this could maybe be a difference maker here tonight.
Well, that's what you say. I wouldn't come to a conclusion already.
But of course, don't underestimate Toni Storm.
I don't have any evidence that Sasha Banks would cheat to get herself to the top.
Yeah, of course not. And now they are starting off with the lock-up. Of course, both...
See? Bayley's just cheering on there. She's being a very supportive friend to Sasha Banks right here, as Sasha Banks is now put into a headlock here by Toni Storm.
Now the head scissors by Banks, but Storm is right back on the attack.
That was quick.
Definitely it can be over in a second here. Now Storm throws Banks in the ropes, and Banks says no, and puts the knee into face. And of course this is a normal singles match, which means we have pinfalls, submissions, countouts and disqualification that can lead to a decision here.
Ooh. Beautiful dropkick there here by Toni Storm.
And Toni Storm really stood up for herself in the past week. She had 2 great victories here against Peyton Royce and Natalya. So she's definitely someone we need to focus on in the future as we usher that new era. And that was a very stiff kick by the Aussie against Banks. I think Banks could be out. Now she's back up on the feet again. But look at her, she needs to take a break. That kick was very, very freaking hard.
Yeah, that is the only right decision that she can make right there, to first go to the outside to get her head back into this match right here, as she's now talking with Bayley on the outside. Possibly talking about a new game plan here, because probably she didn't really take Toni Storm maybe too seriously. Because Toni Storm has not been on the big stage of wrestling for a long time, but don't underestimate this young girl, because she was a champion all over the world in her very young ages already, and she is not one to take easy.
But Banks is the one with the upper hand, but she had a beautiful splash and drop kick right into the back of Toni Storm. This is definitely not over yet. A neckbreaker by the boss.
A cravat style neckbreaker here by Sasha Banks, putting even more pressure on the neck there.
And what is that? Oh, now she attacks the legs of Toni, and of course Toni Storm is a competitor who works a lot with her strength and with lifting up her opponents, but if she cannot stand up, then that will be definitely a bit harder than before.
Yeah, lifting up opponents, we just saw that high cross body as well. So also trying to take her flying abilities away, as she's now taking Sasha Banks out with this cactus clothesline over the top.
Storm is on fire here, because of course everybody wants to be a champion, and one of these two will have a very good chance at becoming the Undisputed Women's Champion at Backlash. So of course both give everything they've got.
Toni Storm maybe already thinking of Storm Zero here. No! Oh! I don't like this. I don't like this teasing of a finishing move and then doing a wholly different move. AJ Styles did this as well to me. Why do you hate me so much?
I don't know, but right now Storm is heading Banks. As we
I kind of
reached before, the drop kick isn't going into the place where it was supposed to finish.
Sasha Banks now takes Toni Storm right here and hits her with this inverted Olympic slam. There's also a new maneuver that I've never seen from Sasha Banks before. Very innovative. One of the very best.
Banks is a highly decorated athlete. When she comes out, we all know it's boss time here on Raw. But is she prepared for the storm that Toni Storm is?
she...
Satisfaction from Toni Storm. The rope-assisted bulldog by the Aussie, and this could be it. This won many championships for Trish Stratus in the past.
Rubs Sasha Banks' face here on the ground. I don't think the boss will take that too, you know. I think she will give a receipt for that one.
Storm now attacks the leg of Banks because, yeah, Sasha Banks is an athlete that not definitely has one basic style. She basically does everything from submissions to high flying moves, so she definitely needs every body part. And what is this, Matt?
She throws Toni Storm to the outside, and Sasha Banks takes flight and takes out Toni Storm.
And that hit her Toni like a freaking storm.
Over the top rope Santon here by Sasha Banks. You just said it. Sasha Banks has a lot of different styles. She is a high flyer. She is a technical wrestler. A lot of Eddie Guerrero influence. Probably also a lot of Dean Malenko influence by this young woman here from Boston as she takes out Toni Storm now with this high flying crossbody.
And now could it be time for the bank statement? Now Storm is back up on her feet. Great fighting spirit by Toni Storm, who won't give up just yet. She knows what's on the line here.
Oh, goes up and connects with the Frankensteiner from behind. Why is looking Bayley so upset on the outside?
I don't know. Go ahead and ask her.
There's your friend in the ring and she's doing great.
Banks is anything but upset.
Oh.
As she hits the clothesline once again. Now the rip into the corner and... Oh, nobody home.
And then she... Why did Bayley clap when Sasha Banks hit in the turnbuckle? What is going on here?
Oh, what has Storm in mind here, Matt?
Toni Storm has her up for a power slam position and hits the top rope power slam to Sasha Banks.
This could be
One,
it.
two.
No.
Oh. British Bulldog would have been proud for that power slam that Toni Storm just delivered here on Sasha Banks.
But now the rip in back into the corner. And she hit the referee. The ref is down. And no. Bayley throws a chair into the ring to Banks.
Sasha Banks has the chair.
No.
And hits Toni Storm with it. That is what friendship is all about. That is why Sasha Banks and Bayley are the best friends in professional wrestling. The ultimate best friend connection in professional wrestling.
Oh, Storm is definitely out.
Oh, did you see Bayley? I don't know if she was pleased with that.
She definitely wasn't pleased with that. But what is this?
Oh, she grabs Toni Storm, now crucifix powerbomb!
Not this way. 1, 2, 3. Sasha Banks is going to Backlash to compete for the Women's Championship. But I don't know what to make of this. Of course, Sasha Banks, you definitely can say Sasha Banks cheated here with the help of Bayley. But it didn't seem like Bayley wanted it to do.
It's only cheating when you get caught, and she did not get caught with this one. She was the smarter one here, and she hit Toni Storm with that steel chair and won this match right here. The only thing, though, I will agree with you is I don't think Bayley was too pleased to do this, so I presume that, I guess, Sasha told some sense into Bayley and saying, hey, I'm your friend, I'm helping you to get to the top right there. And as you saw, by the way, right there, as she hit the steel chair, Bayley was clapping for her friend, so maybe, you know, it's very conflicting, but this friendship is, I think, fine. I think it is kind of fine.
That was a brutal share shot by Sasha Banks, and by this way, Sasha Banks cheats her way to the Undisputed Women's Championship match at Backlash. Oh, and we are back here on Raw, and there we see Mickie James, and these two have a history together. Let's not forget, Bayley was supposed to face James in the quarterfinal of the women's tournament, but Sasha Banks took out Mickie James, so Bayley just had to pin her. But she wasn't amused about that. Yeah, and Mickie James is right. Bayley needs to stop letting her use her.
Well, Bayley's just telling her she is her best friend. So I think that should end any... you know, what Mickie James is basically blaming Sasha Banks for, that she's apparently this bad friend that is using Bayley.
But James is right. Bayley isn't... It's not Bayley, it's somebody else. Bayley was all about happy and smiling, and this is all... Oh, and it's all gone.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I admit that it was a little bit strange, some of the reaction that she had during the match, but...
Yeah, and James is right. What has Banks ever done for Bayley?
I don't know, making money?
And it seems like Bayley finally realizes that.
I mean, first Natalya tried to interfere into this friendship and, you know, put her nose into things that doesn't belong to her, you know, what she has to care for. And now Mickie James is basically doing the same thing right here. I don't know why people in this damn roster need to put their noses in someone else's business.
But Bayley agrees. It seems like these two will meet up after the show as we continue with our scheduled program, and we have some tag team action coming up with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, aka reDRagon. And the winner of this match will fight for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Of course, the Heritage, Bálor and Joe Hendricks are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Those titles will now be known as WWE Tag Team Championships. And the winner of this match will fight them for the titles at Backlash.
Well, we already saw these two great tag teams go at each other a couple of Raw episodes ago. It was a fantastic bout, and, you know, I'm not always on the side of our general manager, or should I say, you know, our ex-general manager after this evening, Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I have to say that he did the right decision to put these two teams together again. And Chris, you have to help me again. Who won that first bout again?
Nobody, because it was a double count-out finish. There was no winner.
Exactly, I knew that. I mean, you don't have to you don't have to tell me that I didn't know what the finish of that match was.
Yeah, it was a very complicated situation. Of course, it was the same evening as Jeff Hardy was attacked in the backstage area. So a very chaotic ending to that show. But right now, these two teams have their rematch, and we will probably, or hopefully, finally have a deserving winner of this confrontation. Of course, don't forget later tonight, Kevin Owens will go one-on-one with Sami Zayn for an opportunity to fight for the Intercontinental Championship at Backlash. And in our main event, Seth Rollins goes one-on-one with Finn Bálor for a spot in the WWE Championship match at the Backlash pay-per-view. But right now we will focus on the tag team division here.
And Jimmy Uso right there with a soul kick on Bobby Fish, take him out.
Yeah, rips him right to his brother. There was no tag, and super kick once again.
Taking out Bobby Fish with that super kick right there. And immediately Jimmy Uso goes right on the top there. Kyle O'Reilly also had a little kerfluffle there with the referee. He was trying to interfere in this match.
But Fish is back up, and beautiful suplex by the infamous Bobby Fish.
Well, I should say that he tried to intervene. I mean, he's a part of this match, of course. As Bobby Fish now goes to his corner, makes the tag to Kyle O'Reilly. Both hit the arm of Jimmy Uso into the ropes, and then beautiful kick here by reDRagon. And now Kyle O'Reilly's in the ring. Cool Kyle! Attacking Jimmy Uso here.
If there's anything that reDRagon are good at, then it is the hard kicks. Both of them are very hard strikers.
And by the way, this was the only time I ever referred him to as Cool Kyle. I will never do that again.
Thank you very much, but right now we will focus on the action because we don't know who will the winner of this match be. We can't look into the future. And we can
again?
see double super kick! This
what an party it's on here on Monday Night Raw. On our last episode of Monday Night Raw, a super kick party has started here as now Jey Uso is in the match for his team. But he gets attacked by Kyle O'Reilly immediately, and they are going, and he's going after the arm of Jey Uso and immediately goes in for a back suplex right there.
Kyle O'Reilly is very smart, and once again a knee breaker. Kyle O'Reilly may be one of the smartest workers in the business because he always knows what he has to do next. He has such a big repertoire.
Very MMA influence, as you see right here, as he now hits a knee strike. Bobby Fish as well. Both men, of course, have MMA training done in the past, and now they're hitting a double suplex here on Jey Uso.
And Fish maybe wants to finish it right here, right into the pin.
Package. Cover. 1, 2.
No.
And a kick out. Kick out by Jey Uso. And of course the advantage that reDRagon basically have is that they have been all over the place in the world. They have fought in Japan, they have fought in Europe, they have fought in multiple companies here in America. Covered now again by Jey Uso here this time. But Fish reverses. We're in the ropes, the referee doesn't see it. We were in the ropes right there. I think we're still in the ropes, but the referee's still counting. Jey Uso, but Bobby Fish comes out. So, you know, just what I said a couple seconds here earlier. I think reDRagon has the slightly more advantage because they have faced so many different tag teams with so many different styles, and the Usos basically just have been in one company in their entire career. So I think reDRagon, I think I've said this also before when they faced off the first time, I think reDRagon has the slightly more advantage here in this one to win this.
But the Usos have a huge difference maker because they are brothers.
That's true as well.
And
what is this?
What are they doing here?
Olé!
Yeah, just like mentioned, the Usos have one advantage. They are brothers. This means they've known each other since their birth. They've grown up together. So they know everything about the other one as Kyle O'Reilly takes Uso down.
I think they also have been teaming longer than Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. I think they have been teaming since 2012. So there's also that. The Usos, I believe, since 2009, since they were in developmental. And now Jey Uso is still in the ring with Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly on the top and goes for an axle, but Jey Uso with the quick reversal. And maybe Jey has to consider teaming to his brother now. Takes Kyle O'Reilly, maybe going for a tag with his brother Jimmy, and I think you heard me because he does it right now.
And
again?
Super kick!
Super kick!
And now, could it be already time for the Uso splash? No, it's a flying elbow drop from Jimmy Uso to Kyle O'Reilly, and this could lead to the finish of this match, but Kyle O'Reilly isn't done just yet.
Hot forearm there once again by Kyle O'Reilly, and hangs Jimmy out to dry here. Has been a long time since I've said that.
Indeed, and beautiful Northern Light suplex by Kyle O'Reilly into the pin, and this is it. No, it was 2.5. Not man.
And Jey desperately wants to tag right now. Saw the hand there in the upper right corner of the picture. Kyle O'Reilly with the brainbuster on the more heavier Jimmy Uso, just lifting him like he's nothing.
But Uso isn't done. He made Kyle O'Reilly realize, no mate, this will continue.
Oh, is this the Tequila Sunrise here that he's going for? Yes, the Tequila Sunrise here by Jimmy Uso. Kyle O'Reilly in deep trouble. We just talked about, you know, Sasha Banks is a submission specialist. Of course, reDRagon have a lot of submission moves in their arsenal. But of course, Jimmy Uso with his Tequila Sunrise, he can take out Kyle O'Reilly's leg with that. But Kyle O'Reilly comes out of that right there and now hopefully can take quickly to Bobby Fish, and he does.
And now they have him DDT into the wheelbarrow suplex.
And now can Jimmy make the tag to Jay after this great tag team? And I think Bobby Fish just lets him do it.
No, he's too exhausted. He can't do it.
Bobby Fish was just playing there. Great ring awareness here by the infamous one. And now he takes apart the leg of Jimmy Uso. And Jay seems really frustrated out there. He desperately wanted to tag twice now. And Jimmy tried to crawl to his tag team partner, to his brother. But it didn't work, and now Jay is trying to fire up the crowd here. And Jimmy is on the attack. He could go for a tag right now as he goes for a forearm now to Bobby Fish.
And now into the corner. And we could see a double team maneuver. Kyle O'Reilly wants to interrupt, but the ref is telling him, no, you stay on the outside or you will be disqualified.
For the second time he tried to come into the ring without a tag. This is what the Usos are known for. Here, deep splash from the top rope.
Uso crazy. Right into the pin.
That's it. 1, 2. And it's done. The Usos have won this match against reDRagon. Kyle O'Reilly tried to intervene, but the referee stopped it. Good job there by the referee towards the end. And the Usos have beaten reDRagon. I would have not thought of that, but hey, they were the better ones here and they pinned Bobby Fish in the end.
So the Usos will face the Heritage for the WWE Tag Team Championship at Backlash. This is what is in our future, but right now we will take a look at something that happened last time here on Raw, because in the main event Finn Bálor and The Miz faced off in a chance to qualify for this week's main event, the WWE Championship Tournament semi-final. And after the match, Finn Bálor won and The Miz attacked the Prince, and then we saw the return of a certain rated R superstar. And of course Finn Bálor is celebrating with the WWE Universe right here in Detroit, as they are also happy that he is going to Backlash. But wait!
I think the night is not over for Finn Bálor.
What a sore loser. The Miz is attacking him and not once again.
Yet again.
He already is busted open. He lost a lot of blood right here.
And the Miz wants to make sure that Finn Bálor does not go to Backlash at all. Gives it a punch, and it's the skull-crushing finale.
Oh my god, Finn Bálor is bleeding heavily, and thank god Miz is leaving the ring right now. But
we definitely need some medics here.
Bálor is out.
He just went through a very hard-fought matchup against the Miz, and no, come on, Miz, come on, dude, I like you. You don't have to do that. I get your frustration, but this is really not necessary right now.
Wait a minute! Is this what I think it is?
Oh boy!
It's the rated R superstar. Edge is here.
The man that reeks of awesomeness is here to save Finn Bálor from the Awesome One. Edge is here. Oh my god, I cannot believe this. Oh my god, he's coming to the ring. I think he's about to face the Miz here. Where the hell did this come from?
What a moment here on Raw, and The Miz is telling him to bring it on.
Miz wants to give him the spear. Oh, what is this about?
Spear!
No!
Spear by the rated R superstar.
Edge is here. Edge is here. I cannot believe it's the rated R superstar is here. What an ending to this Raw episode.
What an evening, and it ends with the return of the rated R superstar. Welcome back, Edge. Just like we've already seen, Edge is back here in WWE. And of course there are a lot of questions circling about the rated R superstar. And looks like they will be answered at Backlash, when we will see the comeback edition of the Cutting Edge. Of course, it's a talk show of Edge, and this will return at Backlash, and he invites The Miz. This will be very interesting. I wouldn't miss that for a cookie. We are back with the final episode of Monday Night Raw and the penultimate match in the history of the show, because this will be a slobber knocker, guys. We have Kevin Owens going up against Sami Zayn. The winner gets one spot in the match for the vacant Intercontinental Championship at Backlash. But of course, Kevin Owens is involved in a complicated situation with Eric Young. Of course, Eric Young said some weird words about the friendship of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, that Kevin Owens shouldn't be trusted. And of course, today those two will square off. We saw it last week when Kevin Owens was attacked by Toni and Sami Zayn made a save for his friend. So now these two will square off, and I guess Eric Young will be watching this match very closely, because he's always talking about of a higher power, and possibly we will find out who is that in the near future. But right now we see a Sami Zayn. Of course, the crowd is loving the Canadian, and this match is very interesting, because those two have been best friends for the best part of their lives. They have competed together, they compete against each other, and multiple times. But I'm also very curious about that thing with Eric Young, and we know for a fact Eric Young is here in the building, but I hope he keeps his finger out of this contest.
Yeah, me too. I have no earthly idea what that creep is talking about. I will give him, though, I will admit though, with one point that he has, I agree that Kevin Owens is a very bad friend. I mean, this guy has betrayed all of his friends over the years to get to a, to succeed in this business, and he basically goes over corpses like no one else I've ever seen. I will kind of agree with that one, but other than that, he's a creep. There's no other words to say that Eric Young is a creep.
But now it's time for that match, high stakes, but also high reward for the winner. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. What a final for Monday Night Raw, the penultimate match in the history of the show, because after that we will have the final episode of SmackDown, then we travel to Backlash, and then we debut the new show, WWE RUSH. But this is something that will happen in the future. Right now we will concentrate on this match. Lock up by Owens and Zayn, and a hard punch right into the neck of Zayn.
Also very unusual to see from these both men, because over the years we have seen them start off with a punching exchange, because these two men were the biggest frenemies in wrestling history, you could say. And to see them now chain wrestling was also a different sight to see here. Of course, both men are good at it. They have been wrestling since over 20 years. But it was kind of a different sight to see there. And now both men are basically going into that hockey style of brawl here, as Kevin Owens starts pounding on Sami Zayn. I would give Kevin Owens the slightly advantage when it comes to brawling.
When it comes to brawling, what a headbutt by Owens, but when it comes to flying, you definitely need to give the point to Zayn.
When it comes down to headbutts, our chairman knows one thing about that. That man headbutts like a damn goat. Like a battering ram.
Definitely, of course. Super kick by Kevin Owens. We saw
a night of super kicks right here.
We saw earlier that Triple H is looking for Vince McMahon, of course. Back when Vince McMahon announced the groundbreaking changes for WWE, we saw Triple H, looking in from the outside of the room. It seems that Triple H didn't know anything about it, and he wanted to confront Vince today, but he hasn't done so yet. But the night isn't over yet, and these guys are giving us a great contest. Clothesline from Sami Zayn, and Owens is out of the squared circle.
Sami Zayn right there, pointing at Kevin Owens, is on the top. He's not flying. Oh, now he is with a bionic elbow. Took a long time right there. Kevin Owens was just waiting for that thing, something to happen right there, but Sami Zayn waited and then hit the bionic elbow. Whips Kevin Owens back into ring, is back on the top yet again.
Drop kick, but he misses.
This time it goes nowhere, and Owens now takes him out here with the elbow right on the chest of Sami Zayn.
And the kick right into the face.
See what I mean? And like I said, with that point I agree with Eric Young. If he's your friend, then why is he kicking you in the face?
And Kevin Owens throws himself onto Sami Zayn. Yeah, of course, in a pro wrestling match you need to hit each other. There is no way around it.
I would say that Sasha Banks is even a better friend than Kevin Owens.
Wow. That's a huge statement. DDT from Kevin Owens. Well, Sasha Banks is anything but a friend to Bayley, and those two here have a friendly...
At least Sasha Banks is not kicking Bayley in the face.
Not yet, at least.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens now in control here over Sami Zayn. Picks him up yet again.
Super kick once again by KO. And Sami could be exactly that KO, but he's not yet.
Sami Zayn so far without the side step clothesline over the top, and then of course the bionic elbow has not done really a lot here. And as I'm saying this right now Zayn with the reversal has Owens into the corner, probably his best chance now to get some work in there. And now he's basically repaying Owens for those kicks in the faces now with a face wash there in the corner. Punch to Owens and takes him out with a clothesline from behind.
And now Zayn is fired up, hits the elbow drop. on the back of the prize fighter once again. And now Sami Zayn is on the top in this match. And look at this face. He's very aggressive right here because he knows what's on the line. Owens is now back up and body slam by Sami.
Such a simple maneuver, that body slam. A move that you learn when you train for wrestling for the first time in your first lesson. But of course there are some people that that can do that move way easier than others, and Sami Zayn doing that on Kevin Owens, that definitely made sure that Sami Zayn lost some power. I'm sure about that, and now he hits a crossbody. 1, 2.
No.
And Owens got the shoulder up there, but at like 2.5 already. That was interesting.
And Owens once again with the headbutt. What a
takes
power.
Him out with a shoulder block.
What a power from the Canadian against the other Canadian. Now Owens steps back. Oh, and Sami Zayn very smart. Very smart. He waited for Owens to come outside and then he pulled him down on the apron.
Very sneaky, that Sami Zayn today.
And Owens with the no suplex. The kick into the head. Again to the face. I mean, Sami Zayn is not the most beautiful person in the world, so it wouldn't be a loss if he gets his face completely destroyed, but come on. Now I think 4 times kicking in the face is a little bit too much now. Good friends, better enemies. This is what describes those two the best. Owens now on the top rope.
What is Owens doing up there?
What a strength.
Caught him with the backbreaker and caught him there for another 4 seconds right there. Sami Zayn with the backbreaker on Kevin Owens. He has been working on that back now for a couple of times and continues now with this back suplex. Also kind of attacking the neck there of Kevin Owens. But we saw the series of elbows early on from Sami Zayn. Then the body slam. Then, he swiped his legs and made sure that Kevin Owens landed on the apron. And now this backbreaker when he caught him. So I think Sami Zayn has a battle plan right here. He's attacking the back of Kevin Owens, who of course had some back issues in the back. In the past, of course, I'm sorry. Some back issues in the back, that makes absolutely no sense. But back issues in the past, of course, makes way more sense. But Owens is now up on the top rope. And goes for a rolling heel from the top rope right there. Kevin Owens watching his Finlay tapes apparently for this match.
Could it be time for the powerbomb already? No.
Going for a punch right there, but same with the reversal. Forearm smash. Another forearm smash by Sami Zayn. Like I said, this is what you would see in hockey fights, and I'm sure these two men have attended a lot of hockey matches before to learn a thing or two. As now Sami Zayn punches him right into the corner.
I know. Owens now with the kick, and what is he doing? Nothing for the moment.
Damn. Again going after the face right there, this time with a punch.
And now has him up in the electric chair position into the powerbomb.
Beautiful right there by Kevin Owens. You know what? You know what Kevin Owens did right there in the turnbuckle? We call it over here in Germany a Schwitzkasten, and that's what a lot of friends do to each other.
Of course, but right now Zayn is fighting back. He's not thinking about a headlock. He's thinking about something else, and he throws Owens out of the ring. Look who's here, man. Eric Young is here. No. He's standing in the crowd.
That Canadian creep. This creep is right there in the crowd. Hide your kids, please.
But what is he doing here? Sami Zayn has stopped. He wanted to dive onto Kevin Owens, but he stopped because he saw Eric Young. And I think he doesn't know what to make of this.
Sami Zayn needs to watch out. We know since a couple episodes that Eric Young is not alone. When he's in the crowd, maybe someone else will be there. But Sami Zayn goes for it. Oh my God, goes for his topical heel. But Kevin Owens moved out of the way. And he crashed and burned on the outside. And this could be the game changer that could lead to Kevin Owens' victory right here. That distraction from Erica possibly cost Sami Zayn this match, Chris.
Eric Young leaves the arena as Kevin Owens is back on the attack, and I think Sami Zayn is already out.
But why is he helping Kevin Owens?
I don't know if it was supposed to help Owens. Now he throws Zayn into the ropes. Powerbomb by Owens.
Done. It's end. That's the end.
Into the pin, and this is it. Kevin Owens is going to Backlash to fight for the Intercontinental Championship. But
oh, look at this. Oh my God.
What a nasty fall.
That's why you call it a high-risk maneuver right there.
But
Kevin Owens wins this one, but I would say to a huge assist. A huge assist was done here by Eric Young to make sure that Owens won this one.
But was it supposed to be an assist or was it an accident? This is a question we need to have answered, and I think Sami Zayn has a lot of questions too about this situation. And there we see Seth Rollins and Noam talking to each other, because up next is our main event. Seth Rollins versus Finn Bálor. The winner competes for the WWE Championship in the main event of Backlash. It is time for the main event of the evening, the final match in the history of Monday Night Raw. And one competitor is this man, the Monday Night Messiah. Seth Rollins has one goal in mind. He wants to become the WWE Champion.
But in order for that to happen, he has to defeat Finn Bálor in this main event right here, and this is not going to be an easy task for Seth Rollins. These two men, of course, have a history, of course, as well together, and during the first time they ever faced each other. Finn Bálor won a couple of years ago, so we'll see how it will go here tonight in the year 2022.
Yeah, and of course both superstars had to qualify for this match. Seth Rollins defeated Dolph Ziggler last week with the help of the Authors of Pain and Noam Dar. Of course, Noam Dar was at ringside and helped out Seth Rollins when he talked trash to Dolph Ziggler. And of course, in backstage area, Oni Lorcan was planning on helping Dolph Ziggler ringside, but he was attacked by the Authors of Pain. So Rollins had an easy win right there, but I don't know if it will be so easy tonight because Finn Bálor is on fire. 3 matches and 3 victories here on Raw against Samoa Joe, Mojo Rawley, and of course last week against The Miz.
Look at this. Isn't this a beautiful sight?
Yeah, when I close my eyes.
Seth Rollins there in the middle of the ring. Every light is on him, and now Finn Bálor is making his way to the ring. This is a perfect match to go out here for Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins, Finn Bálor, 2 of the very best going at each other, and a big prize is at stake. The winner will get a future world title shot. And here comes Finn Bálor, who is, in my opinion, kind of Mr. Monday Night here. I know Seth Rollins calls himself the Monday Night Messiah, and I would not disagree with that statement. I mean, that's what he calls himself, it's fine. But this guy right here has an impressive win series here on Raw, like you said earlier. Like you told everybody who you beat, and now I feel like he has a good streak on his head that he could beat Seth Rollins. I think this will be a definitely interesting matchup right here.
Yeah, it would definitely be exciting to also see if the Disciples will have anything to do with that match. Of course, Noam Dar and the AOP would always have an eye around this contest, but I'm very happy that none of them is out here. We saw Noam Dar earlier, he is prepared, he is in his wrestling gear, but this will be, at least it looks like that this will be a one-on-one match, and this is exactly how it is supposed to happen. And you already said it, there's a big prize on the line. You will compete in the main event of Backlash for the vacant WWE Championship. And of course we already know, Vince McMahon announced it a couple of days ago. We will also have the match between Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan at Backlash, the SmackDown tournament final. And there we will find out who will face Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship in that match. So Rollins will be fresh in that match, and Lesnar or Bryan will have already one match done on the night. So this will be very exciting to see. This was supposed to happen on SmackDown, but Paul Heyman said, no, my client isn't fighting on free TV. He's only fighting on pay-per-view. So he has double duty on Backlash if he wants to become the WWE Champion.
Backlash is going to be a huge event right there with that announcement as well. And now we are going to find out who is going to be the man, like we said earlier on. And Finn Bálor now in the attack on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins now with some forearm smashes on Finn Bálor right here. Basically, these two men are just continuing what Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn showed us here a couple of minutes before. And now Seth Rollins with the reversal has Finn Bálor there in the corner, gives him the punches.
But Finn Bálor with the chops right into the chest of the Messiah.
That's why they're called Knife Edge.
Yes, indeed.
And back into the corner, trying again for the Knife Edge chop. And Seth Rollins with the whip into the other corner, goes for a forearm smash right there.
Yeah, of course, this is a match for everything. Every superstar wants to become the WWE Champion. It's the biggest championship in pro wrestling. And of course, both of these superstars dream of becoming WWE Champion at Backlash. But right now, it's a pretty open contest, I would say. There's with a huge advantage here as Finn Bálor takes down the Messiah right on the mat.
With a flatliner there.
And now Finn Bálor takes him down with the neck breaker. And of course, we have to say thank you to the show Monday Night Raw for all the entertaining years in the past. It's the final match in that history book of this show, as Finn Bálor looks to succeed with a springboard dropkick.
If you don't want to be somewhere, when you're facing Finn Bálor, you should not be in the corner right there. Finn Bálor has competed many years in Japan, and all I'm going to say is, if you ever saw that video where Finn Bálor and his friends were in a Japanese restaurant where he was shopping the restaurant owner, you know how hard these shops are.
Seth Rollins certainly does by now. The Siege faced a little break from that match.
But of course, this is a normal match. The referee is counting here.
Yes.
So at some point, Rollins has to return to the ring. Finn Bálor's just watching him on. He has nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah.
He wins by count out. He has won this one.
But now Rollins is back into the squared circle. And he says, no, this isn't going to happen like you wanted. And Finn Bálor thinks otherwise.
There's the answer by Finn Bálor. There's the answer by Finn Bálor. Just giving him a forearm smash. Reminding here that we are in the ring wrestling. And Seth Rollins gives him a nice receive with that dropkick.
The Monday Night Messiah now takes Bálor down once again with the forearm, but nobody home there.
He's going for another clothesline there, and Bálor now with the body slam. Kicks Seth Rollins on the ground and goes into the ropes, and it hits him with the enziguri, putting Seth Rollins to the ground. But Seth Rollins immediately goes back up again. Doesn't want to show any weakness here.
Yeah, and it's exactly the opposite. He is still standing, and there you can see it. The scream of a warrior as Finn Bálor continues the attack, but Seth Rollins is still up.
We are seeing two top-class athletes going at each other here in this main event right here on Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins back in the corner with Finn Bálor. And hits him with a STO on the middle turnbuckle pad there.
And now he takes him down just like Finn Bálor did to him earlier. So there is the retour push, as we like to say in Germany. And that's a beautiful moonsault by the Messiah.
Thank you very much, Gunther, for that one. And now Seth Rollins with the knee drop on Finn Bálor. Seth Rollins has turned this match now around and looks pretty damn good right now here. The knee drop right into the face of Finn Bálor. Gives him a punch right into the face and a neck breaker.
And that neck could be exactly that, broken. And Seth Rollins.
The Messiah is showing himself to his people right
why
here.
Isn't he going for a cover that could cost him?
To his congregation.
He takes his time. Seth Rollins likes to take his time in those high-profile matches, as he's someone who thinks a
He's
lot.
stomping on the neck. He's stomping on the neck on Finn Bálor.
Now Rollins in the corner hits the punches against Finn Bálor. Bálor now on the ground.
Starting a model here in Finn Bálor. Now the knee into the face of Finn Bálor.
And what is his plan? Seth Rollins has always a plan as he attacks the legs of Finn Bálor. And this is very smart, because when Finn Bálor's legs are, when his legs hurt, he can't do the coup de grace from the top rope. And this is Finn Bálor's most dangerous maneuver.
Bálor now wants Finn Bálor to come up. Rollins wants Finn Bálor to come up. And now with a beautiful spinning forearm smash, putting Finn right back onto the ground. And now Rollins goes up to the top, and he of course has also some top rope maneuvers, like for example the Phoenix Splash. Maybe he's going for that maneuver right here. And he turns around and maybe... he was going for a moonsault, but Bálor got the knees up. Big mistake there by Seth Rollins.
And now the punch by the Prince from Ireland.
Too early to go for that moonsault, in my opinion, maybe here for Seth Rollins. We already saw early on how a high-risk maneuver can go wrong and then basically cost you the match. And this could be the same situation right here with Seth Rollins, and Bálor now with the kick to the back here of Seth Rollins. So maybe, you know, that moonsault may be a mistake by Seth Rollins. I don't know. We'll see how this will go on here.
Yeah, it could be, but now Finn Bálor with the stomp and the kick, and once again the stomp and once again a kick. Finn Bálor's on a rampage here.
Wants to kick the inside of Seth Rollins to the outside, I guess.
But now Seth Rollins can stop the dynamite and takes Bálor down again. But he isn't staying down. This is a great contest. Nobody wants to stay down.
Oh, Seth Rollins had a visit to the restroom before he had this match, or just didn't eat anything, or otherwise these foot stomps would be critical for Seth Rollins at this point.
And now you can see how fired up Rollins is. But there's still he's still not looking to finish that match.
No attempt on a pinfall. Yeah, there's no attempt for going to a pin here. Kind of strange here. But Seth Rollins picks him up yet again.
Yeah, but we've already seen stranger things here in WWE as that. And now Bálor takes the opportunity and attacks Rollins right when he had the chance to. And Rollins could be a bit dazzling here after those shots. Now he hits them by his side. He threw that punch in the face of Bálor.
Vicious forearm smashes here by both men. It doesn't seem like this exchange is going to stop. We saw this pretty much throughout this match. This is a very strong style match between these two men, just hitting each other over and over again, just pounding on each other, beating all sounds of crap out of each other. And now Bálor with the German suplex.
And I think Rollins is hurt.
The referee also told Finn Bálor to stop here for a second.
This could be very critical for this match, but right now Finn Bálor is back on the attack. Seth Rollins could be hurt here.
Well, the referee was going to check on Seth Rollins, but didn't do such a thing. That was kind of weird right there.
Maybe he doesn't believe in the Messiah, but Finn Bálor believes in himself. And now he wants to take the chance. Seth Rollins back on the attack. Was he playing possum?
Quite a good question right there, but we'll see how that, you know, like I said, the missing moonsault, in my opinion, was kind of a game changer in this one. We'll see if that, you know, that German suplex did any effect on him, because the referee wanted to stop the match for a little while there, but now Rollins is back on the attack. So maybe he was playing possum, I don't know. But Rollins now drags Finn Bálor to the middle of the ring.
And now he goes up.
I mean, that German suplex looked nasty. I don't think he was. I think that really hurt him much.
And, I think Bálor was playing possum now. Oh no, what has Bálor in mind here, Matt?
Uh-oh. Picks him up.
Oh no.
And he takes Seth Rollins and hits with a top rope Falcon Arrow. Hits him on the ground, and now Bálor goes on the top rope, and this spells disaster for Seth Rollins, because Finn Bálor's going for the coup de grace. No, Seth Rollins counters. Seth Rollins counters and goes for a flatliner yet again. Puts Finn Bálor down to the ground. The coup de grace missed right there. Rollins quickly reversed that one. Flatlined. Finn Bálor goes for something, but now Bálor with the reversal kicks him right back to the stomach. And now picks him up for the 1916! 1960 by Finn Bálor, cover him. No, it goes back to the top rope. Chris, maybe coup de grace time.
It seems like it. He stands up and it's time for the coup de grace by Finn Bálor, and this could be it, Matt. Finn Bálor is going to Backlash. This match is over. Into the pin.
Goes for a cover.
One.
Goes for the cover.
Two. What? Rollins kicked out. And the crowd can't believe it.
Wow.
And wait a minute, we have a situation going on here backstage with Dolph Ziggler and Akeem of the Others of Pain.
Dolph Ziggler and Akeem brawling backstage. These two men, of course. You know, Dolph Ziggler was defeated by Seth Rollins a couple weeks ago. Now we have only Logan with Razor here.
Yes, seems like Ziggler and Logan are backing up Finn Bálor, with giving the AOP something to do, and Logan throws Razor right into that package, and now Noam dies here in the arena.
We're going to help his Messiah
and
here.
Finn Bálor is looking on what Noam Da wants to do here.
Bálor needs to put his eyes back into the game to face Seth Rollins, because he is Seth Rollins coming from behind. Hitting with a back suplex.
Seth Rollins only needed 1 second to strike, and now Noam Da has his work done. He can now leave.
And his Messiah is going to pick up the fruits here and hits him with a frog splash.
This is not right. Finn Bálor had this match nearly won, but the Disciples strike. Curb stomp by the Messiah, but he's not going for the pin. Oh, what is he doing here?
That's it. That's it. After the curb stomp, it's over. Wait a minute, what is Rollins doing here? Punches him in the face, picks him up. What is this?
Prophecy by Seth Rollins. Prophecy right into the pin. 1, 2, 3. This is it. Seth Rollins is going to Backlash. Seth Rollins will fight for the WWE Championship.
Wow. That was an incredible main event right here. The last main event of Monday Night Raw. What a barn burner on the match right here. We saw a backstage brawl there in the back. Noam Da coming out. Then the curb stomp already seemed to win this match for Seth Rollins. And then he hits him with this new maneuver of his, the Prophecy. This over-the-head pile driver. Great looking maneuver which put an end to Finn Bálor's winning streak.
Yes.
And Seth Rollins is getting a world title shot.
Seth Rollins is going to Backlash, and of course this is the end of the final episode of Raw. Of course we hope you join us at SmackDown, Backlash, and of course at WWE RUSH. The Messiah is here, and he is here to stay.